Kani is a hard-working dude. His mindset's the right way. He fights and he's focused on everything he does. He's very intentional with everything he does as well, too. Biggest thing I want Kani to do, you're a big corner, play big. You know, if you're going to be a physical guy, be physical. You got to have, you got to have a brand when you're on the football field. And he's learning, he's finding that. And it's almost like finding your voice when you talk as a coach. You got to find your voice as a player and your physicality and your mindset on the field, too. But Kani's working his tail off. He's got a great upside and a great mindset, and time's always now. So for him, just fighting every single day and getting better, fighting that fight.
You talk about, that finding your voice, the way you phrased it. Is that something you have to work with, especially with a young player who maybe didn't play a ton the year before?
100%. I think as a man, just as a football player, you got to know who you are. If I run a 4.7, I'm not going to play like Deion Sanders. You got to know who you are on the football field. So, with Kani, his size, his frame, his ability, he's got really good ball skills. He understands who he is. Just be that guy 24/7 and just work on the details, the finite details of your craft, right? Y splits, divider rules, all the context clues like you're reading a book. The same thing, the same ideology goes through in the football field as a corner or any position in general. So, they're speaking to you. You just got to look for them. Yeah, it's funny. It's a weird world. God is, amazing just to see how everything just comes back full circle. One thing DJ's really done, he's really working on is not being a guy known for one play, the one hand catch, right? Good job. But there's more. There's got to be more, right? You don't want to be defined by one thing you do in life, because usually that's the 15 minutes of fame people, right? So for DJ, once again, is getting back to the details, just like everybody else, understanding his fit, understanding his FBI football intelligence on the football field, and how do I consistently get better, right? Whether I'm playing off man, I'm going to the man, whether I'm crack replacing quicker and triggering, whether I'm seeing a formation and seeing what's coming out of it, just, pre-snap, understanding what's going on. He's working on all those details. And for me, it's open-end competition for everybody in the room. I'm not a guy playing favorites. So if you're better than whoever is in front of you, you take it. Ain't nobody in front of you. You're right beside each other. So one thing I've come in with, and the same thing our whole entire staff, is it's open-end competition, man. Eat or be eaten. So it's been good seeing guys really pushing and straining to get to what they want in life. So DJ's been working, man. One thing he's really worked on too, which I've really appreciated, is physicality. Because everybody sees the catch and this and that. I want physicality on the football field. And he's been really pushing and straining to get to that point. And you can see him just, even the way, he defeats blocks, coming up aggressively, understanding his keys responsibility. So he's getting better at that. Yeah, Woody's a vet, obviously, and he's been a part of the game. He understands the game, and he has a high level of want-to. Once again, for Woody, the biggest thing is working his details and understanding the craft, and once again, his fit and his defense. And Woody's been busting his tail, always asking questions, being intentional, and being a good leader for the whole entire room. And the thing he doesn't want to do is just be a guy. If you want to be a dude, it's just the extra details, right? And that's what Woody's mindset's been, and he's really working to become elite and elite in everything he does too, on and off the field. So, whatever translates off the field translates on the field, whether you're working in school or whether you're working extra film. And I think he's noticing that and understanding the fit in Coach Venable's culture from top down. And that's one thing we're pushing for him is, wanting more. From everybody across the board, one thing we're trying to destroy right now are the lacks. We don't want guys to have, lacks of passion, lacks of tenacity, lacks of want to, and lack of being intentional. All those details have got to be intentional, finite, and to the point. And we know if we do those things, we'll be elite in everything we do. But once again, Woody's been doing a great job pushing everybody, but it's always got to be more. I think complacency is a disease. So that's one thing we're trying to lead with our whole entire team. People just talk and bark, and usually those guys eventually, when they're talking and barking, they'll keep talking and barking, and they'll be looking back, and nobody's going to be behind them. So once again, you got to lead by example. People respect that. If you're going out there and you're working, I'm going to respect you. I'm going to listen to you. If you're just talking and not being about it, you're just a guy, and you're going to be replaced. So biggest thing I told Woody all the time is, you're talking, you're leading, but you better be doing as well too. And that's just general across the board in any part of life, any facet of life, whether you're a coach, whether you're, a president of an organization, you're president of the United States, you better walk that walk, so that's just got to be your mindset in everything you do. People's is good, man. He's a hard worker. It's always yes, sir. His mindset's really good as well too. And, he's a guy you can trust and rely on as well too. I think one thing about Ryan is, he comes to every meeting prepared. Any role you ask him to do, he's going to go do it. And everything's just yes, sir. There's no issues at all with Ryan, and we love having him in a part of our room, and he's family. So having a guy like Ryan around who's been a vet, has been there, and has been around here, and is just a great dude who's going to pour it out for his teammates, that's what we love to see as an example for our guys as well, too. Oh, yeah. Well, way more than three guys, you know. Everybody's eating and working, You look at a guy like Kendall Dennis, had probably one of the best picks I've ever seen in my life in one-on-one the other day. But he's got to work on his details of the line of scrimmage, right? And understanding, once again, my call alignment stands key responsibility, my cast car in every call, right? He's got to understand that. Josh Eaton, good length, good size. He's made some good plays on the ball this time too, but same thing for him is understanding what is my responsibility in the call. And he's getting better with it as well too. So he's grown. And we talked about Kani and Woodrow and DJ and JD, like you just said with him too, playing, the way he's been playing, which has been pretty good, breaking on the football and understanding who I am as a corner for him. If you ain't 6'2", don't play it, you're 6'2", work him at the line of scrimmage, because the deeper the ball goes, the smaller you get. And I know that too. So understanding, creating turbulence at the line of scrimmage, pre-snap, moving around, taxiing, and just giving yourself a better opportunity at the play by playing chess instead of checker. So JD's been really working on that as well too, in fitting what he needs to get done on the field. Yeah, 212, I guess, right? You got to make it boiling in the room, right? Make it hot. And make sure the guys really understand. But one thing they got to do, you got to study. If you're sitting back here in our scheme thinking like you're just going to sit back and play ball, it doesn't work like that. You got to understand, once again, every single call to the detail, what's my run fit, my pass responsibility, just understand the big picture. And, we don't want to have, look through a straw. And what you got to see the whole picture for what it is. And then you see a little, you see a lot. But one thing we're pushing for all our guys on the entire defense is, understanding the big picture of the defense and understanding your job and responsibility. So you're part of the defense here, whether you're a corner, whether you're a nickel, like we call it cheetah, whether you're a linebacker, a safety, a D end, understand your fit, because one thing you got to have is trust in this defense or you're not going to play. So that's just life. Yeah, that's a great question. It's almost like the mindset. I got to read a long book and I got a week to do it. What do most guys do? Spark notes, right? So see the spark notes, they're right in front of you, the context clues, and really it teaches them to play fast by just seeing the formations, by understanding what your job responsibility is. And, to me, having the mindset of being a constant learner is what really separates you in this game. Whether I was in Kansas City with the Chiefs, seeing EB, Eric Berry do it every single day, ask questions, boom, 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 to, Jalen Armour Davis with me last year, every day asking questions. Kid who didn't play the whole entire, since he was there, he comes up every single day and he's asking, he's learning, and you just see the growth. So for me, the biggest thing, even Steve Nelson, Kansas City, or just all these guys you see consistently who grew. And to me, the best way to show is by example, seeing those guys. Those guys who've done it. Some guys aren't even elite athletes, but they play. Why they play? Because they have a level of high FBI. Football intelligence and understanding the game and the picture for what it is. But being around those guys who have want to, it's something, tremendous, man. And to me, that's what permeates through a football team. That's what goes from good to great to elite. Are guys who have a mindset like that, who want to constantly be growing and working. And that's how you play fast and play aggressive. So it's a great question.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.